Hey y'all, it's with Mr. Nola's Glitter. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be playing with micas and some really cool molds. We're going to touch base on a few molds that we have in stock. I'm going to introduce you guys to a mold maker that I've been a fan of for a long time. I'm going to show off some really cool stuff like this. And then I'm going to give you guys a coupon code if you want to shop and pick up some of these molds. Okay, so we will let a few people jump on. I am late. Shocker. So I'm still scrambling, trying to get everything around, rounded up and everything. So we're just going to play it by ear. And I'm super thirsty. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me see if I can do this and this to make me look. Oh, well, maybe a little bit better. Hey there. Hey there. It's cold in Idaho. Ooh, no, don't want it to be cold in Idaho. Let's see. For some reason, I forever live now. All right. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. All right. For those of you that are already members, thank you for so much. If this is your first time watching us, thanks for checking us out. I am the co-owner with my husband of Mr. Nola's Glitter, and we do all kinds of things crafty here. We do them right, we do them wrong, we do them every way in between, and we figure out the best way or not the best way to do things. So today I am going to be showing off our new mica line that we launched on Friday. You guys have been asking for standalone micas, and we've always offered them in a big kit, and we never really understood the reasoning why. Some of you, I mean, we did understand, but we just didn't have the means to provide what you guys wanted. Look at that. Look at that wall right there, y'all. All right, so while we were on vacation, my niece put all of my glitters in rainbow order, and I just noticed that, and it just took me off guard. Hey, 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 hey. Georgina said, I'm working, so I have my phone close to me with earbuds so no one knows what I'm doing besides my work. Hey, Tanya, Lois, Leah, hey, Melissa. Oh, I just found this in my closet. It's so fun finding things in my closet that didn't fit me a while ago. So it's like every time I go in my closet, I'm like, well, this is new. So, yeah. All right. So first things first, I have a mess on my desk already. And I'm like, oh, look how clean this is. Yeah. Thank you. It's actually faded. The ocean fades your hair, and we spent a week at the beach, so I knew that was going to happen. So I need to go get it done, but also I don't really have time to do it. So, hey, 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 Martha. Can you tell us how you and Mr. Nola met? Ooh, that was a long time ago. That was 30 years ago. We met through mutual friends. He was way older than me. He robbed a cradle. He drove a motorcycle, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And we were at a party, and I guess that's pretty much it. We met at a party at a neighbor's house. So that's kind of boring. It wasn't like, oh, love at first sight or anything like that. It was just like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And that's kind of about it. So that was kind of caught me off guard. Thanks for asking. So we've spent the last 30 years trying not to kill each other. So far, we've been very successful. Right, Mr. Nola? Yeah, he's not answering. He's back there. I know he's listening. I know he's listening. All right. So I have a very sticky. Oh, do y'all know what that is? I'm going to give you two guesses. If you watched my live on Friday night, you know exactly what that is. Ew. That's all I'm going to say is ew. Gross, gross, gross. fulfilling your orders. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So I have 2 buckets full of our mica. So I plan to show you guys what we can do with it. Yeah. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Ugh. That was so gross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you a quick way to clean your molds. I think I've told you guys this before. Let me see if I can bring you out this way. Hey, we're real close and personal now. Oh, this thing is probably going to leave me alone. I'm going to show you a quick way how I clean my molds. Robs the cradle. Bad biker dude robs the cradle. Yeah, something like that. Kind of crazy. Hey, Leanne and Vicky. All right, so I'm going to show you quickly. I use packing tape. Some people use lint rollers. If you know me, my life is not together enough to even own a lint roller. So when I have cat hair on me, packing tape works. I always have packing tape. We always got packing tape. So that's what I use. So I'm going to show you how I quickly clean my molds. So I'll maybe fold you down here. Wow. Oh, there is so much on my desk. Oh, I did not think this through. Oh, sorry. I'm going to move you a little closer. There is so much junk here. And this was so clean. Okay. All right. We're going to use these later. That's the Nola knobs. Okay. All right. So, cool. Can y'all see that? So if you can see, I have residue left over from the first butterfly I did. So this is the first butterfly I did with the micas the other day. So where I'm going to show you pretty much how we do this, with the exception is we're not going to unmold it now. Okay. So this is what this creates. So this mold came from dannerbuilds.com, and the link will be in the description when our live is over. And he has graciously offered us, I think, a 5% off coupon to his site. Now, these are not your run-of-the-mill silicone molds, okay? These are super, super high quality. He hand makes each one of them, so they're not mass produced. Nothing wrong with being mass produced, but these are a different quality than the normal molds that we carry in our store most of the time, and that you get pretty much anywhere else. So he is, I have followed him for years on Instagram, and so when Mr. Nola paid my credit card, I was like, I'm gonna buy me something. And so this is what I chose to buy myself. So I bought this butterfly mold, which is beautiful, but my pride and joy, which I have yet to use, is this giant crescent moon. So I have seen tons of resin artists on Instagram. That's why I like my resin artist is on Instagram, that have used this mold. So this is, you can make it without this insert, or you can make this insert. So this insert, you put it in here, and then you pour your, I guess it goes this way. No, yes, no, well, it doesn't really matter. Yes, this way. There we go. This way. And then whenever you unmold it, it has this little flat edge so you can stand your crescent moon up. Okay. So I'm super excited. We won't be messing with this today. I have to measure and see how much epoxy it needs. And I want to do this full inks. So this will be something I will play with by myself first, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to be doing is using the micas today to recreate something along these lines. Artsy Mad Woman. I'm not sure, but I am going to find my pencil so I can write that down to go back and check it out. Or my pen. Artsy Mad Woman. All right. I got a little note. All right. Oh, cool. I will definitely go check her out. Yeah, the moon is gigantic. All right. So also in that order, he included this little mini crescent moon, which is so cute. And I love, like, all his molds have his little his name on them. So there's no See where it says Danner Builds? So you know where you got them. I love that. I'm going to clean up a couple of these because I think we're going to play with these as well if we have time. So if you see how icky these are just in my mold bucket. So we're going to clean them up. Hopefully. I don't know about that one. Make sure it's all cleaned out. So when we create, I'm going to see if I have time to make a couple little flowers. I'll show you guys. I made a bigger one. So super easy. You just need one little piece of tape. And if you see, which I'm not happy with this. That's probably why I have this, because it was a defective mold. Let me see. Yeah. All right. So we're not going to use this one. We're going to sneak and go get a new one. Yeah, right? We're going to sneak. And then we have this one as well. So this one is the one that our Nola knobs fit perfectly into. Pop sockets, Nola knobs, whatever. So you can fill them with glitter, and then you can set them in here. And then when you're done, you can pop them out, and they're attached to your little knobby thing. Okay. Our renovations on our house. Our renovations on our house got done, and a week later, we decided that we were going to sell it. So they got done. It was the most stressful time in my life. I don't know why we just didn't sell it first, but I guess you had to fix it first. So we decided to buy a new house. So we have been looking for a little while. We have found one that's hopefully our new forever home. We are in the appraisal stage of buying a new house. Hey, baby. Hopefully soon. We are in the middle of hurricane season here. So when there's hurricanes out in the Gulf, we don't get appraised. We don't get insurance written. We don't get much of anything out here. So it's been kind of a waiting game. So it's taken a little bit longer, but we're patient, as patient as I can be anyways. Oh yeah, tape is great. So a lot of people use, what is it? The lint roller too. You could get those at the Dollar Tree. I just never get them because I'm a hot mess anyway. So lint roller ain't going to help me much at all. So the circles of this mold are, look at this, my little handy dandy thingamadoodle. They're 1.5 inches in diameter. So they fit the normal regular size pop sockets, phone grips, knobby things perfectly. So if you can see in there, it fits perfectly down into there. Yes, we sell the knobby things, and we sell the mold. So we have this one, which is the miniature Geode Mold, which I'm going to have to get somebody to bring me a new one because this one's messed up. And then this is the just the circle. So you can use this to make badge reels as well if you want, but they're perfect for the pop sockets. They fit perfectly in here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, the little knobby things. Yeah, whatever you want to call them. So today when we're using our molds, I'm going to be using Alumilite because it is thin and it's easier for molds. I like it thin so you can get all the bubbles out and all that junk. And I have a couple damaged packages, so Mr. Nola likes me to use those. So I'm going to put this here so you guys can watch here. You can see. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to get some paintbrushes. So I used fine paintbrushes, or I had a leftover makeup brush that broke. These were like the fillable ones or whatever, and I lost the little tip thing. There you are. So I like to use all different kinds of brushes when I'm painting the inside of a mold. I have this whole thing of brushes here. Let me see. I have some. I like the little short stubby ones like this. Yes, it does. It sure does. It fits in all of them except this one. So it will fit there. It fits in that oval one. It fits this one. It fits this one. It fits this one. Thank you. And then it fits, it doesn't so much fit this one. So it fits 5 of the 6. But you can just make this and then you can attach it to the knob. I mean, you can like really finagle it in there, but it fits in all the rest of them, just not this one right here. Yeah, these are super cute. Super, super cute. So I'm going to put these to the side, though, and we're going to jump into the micas and the butterfly mold first. I'm going to show you what paintbrushes I like to use. When I'm using, like, this mold is super detailed, guys. So you can see how detailed that is. So you're going to need a fine brush. You're going to need something that's going to be able to go into those little cracks if you want to create something like this. Now, if you want to just brush it all one color, just get a big floofy brush like this and go to town. Okay. But if you're doing the little sections, which I'm going to do because I want to use as many micas as I can. And this might end up being a gift for a butterfly lover in my life. Let me see where the rest of my mail. Where are the rest of my? I thought I had. Okay. So maybe that one. Oh, here's one. Oops, way down here. I like the little stubby ones. So makeup brushes, to me, the little blender brushes work better. This is probably, I don't know, this might be a makeup brush as well. I know this is. I know this one is. So I'm just going to grab a little collection. Now, I also have this floofy brush here, which I don't think there's anything in it. So if there's any excess floating around, I'll just use a big floofy brush like this. Hi, Felicity. All right. All right. So, and then maybe this one is, I like those little stubby ones. Okay, cool. All right. So this is super fun. It's super easy and it's super relaxed. Oops, this spilled. All right. So we have 40 something regular colors of mica. And then we have 3 sets of chameleons. So we have a blue set, a pink set, and then a white set. So the chameleons are the ones that you can see here that shift to different colors. So when you move this around and you're getting like, this is like pink and purple, and then this is like blue and green. That's the chameleon micas that I used. So the only way for a chameleon mica really to show up is on a dark background. So I dye my epoxy black. So it shows up when I take it out, it shows up like this. You can take that flat part off and cut it to fit that one spot glue on the end and reattach it. What the heck? Orange and black micas would be fun for Halloween mold. Yes. So we have all of them. We have every color you can think of. I am partial when I do the molds to the chameleons because I love a good shift. So I'm going to take all the chameleons and put them together. Should have done that before. And if you guys want to see close-ups of any of these, just let me know. This is a regular. These are chameleons. Chameleons are regulars. Regular. That's a chameleon. I love this purple. So deep and pretty. Look at this. This is like, look at that one. This is like a peach and a pink and a gold almost. There's correct. It breaks it down on the website which ones they are. So if you see something that I use, just look up the number and you'll get it. You'll be able to get which one it is. 8055 is one that everybody needs. It's gorgeous. Super pretty. Those are blues. All right. So there's my white ink. And white, green. All right. So I'm taking that banana taffy away because it squicks me out. There's some more. All right, so we're just going to go for it. So this is really laid back. So here I used like a chameleon here, and then I used black up here. You can it could be all one color. It could be, you could put all these the same color. You do you, boo. I'm going to do me. So I think I'm going to start with a chameleon on the belly again, but I'm going to go with this purple. Have you been working on the Travelers page yet? Miss Patricia, we are going to have that up. We are getting the last fine tuning, the last little bit together. We had some people that I needed to invoice. And so as soon as those get done, which I think Alyssa is working on those today, we will have the Travelers page open and we are going to be ready to go. And I'm going to have you guys fill out some questionnaires and we'll have all that information. So I'm ready to get traveling with you guys. So this. So basically this is just like coloring a coloring book or whatever. You can get as detailed or as detailed or as not detailed as you want. Whatever you feel, however you feel like doing, this is your art. So I will just usually take this brush and rub it on my hand to make sure there's no other colors in it, but I usually don't sweat it. So you will see the micas will fly around a little bit. Again, I don't sweat that either because I just blow it off. And then I just, if you want to really clean it up where that color is not there, you can take a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol and you can erase a spot, if you will. But I don't sweat it. I didn't erase any spots on this and I think it came out pretty good. And I had a lot of micas on here. So what I'll do, though, I will take this. I try to move the ones that I've already used to the side so I don't reuse them over and over and over. Because I tend to grab the same colors a lot. I'm drawn to some of the same. So I'll take this. I'm going to take this one, 8056. Is it for whoever signed up for the Wanderlust subscription box? Yes. You're going to love it. It's definitely a vibe. Let's just say that. It's not so much like literal, but it's kind of like an idea. So I'm going to give you the ideas and I want you to be able to grasp and grab what you actually think about it on your own. I just finished November's box today, which I am in absolute love with. And then I get to work on December's box tomorrow, and I'll finish that up too. December is going to be really fun. So most of you, I don't know if some of you are wondering what it is. They are talking about our new subscription box that we just launched on Friday. It's called Wanderlust. And so essentially it is an idea jumping point box that includes glitter and other art supplies. And we will be traveling with our boxes. So our first stop is Salem, Massachusetts in October with it. And that's our first, that is our first box of our subscription. Look how pretty that is. Lois, Lois asked, how do you figure out your prices on finished pieces? That is a tricky question because it's going to be different for anyone that you ask. So normally there is there's a craft calculator or something where you're supposed to do like your materials times 2, and then your your time. So I'm painting the molds with micas. So these are our new mica powders, our single standalone mica powders. We have every color you can imagine, and we have a bunch of chameleon powders. So essentially, after we're done painting the mold, and then we set it and we pour it up, it'll come out, and your finished piece will look like this. Absolutely gorgeous. If you guys want to go ahead and pop on over to Danner Builds, you can use their code. I think it's NOLA, N-O-L-A. Let's see. Let me make sure that is the code. Let me check in here. Yes, NOLA is the code, and you can pop on over there and see what he has to offer, or you can wait till after the live, whichever one you prefer. You want to hang out with me, that's fine. It's not going anywhere, and I don't think he's going to sell out. Yes, Vicki, the Wanderlust is turned off right now. We're sold out, so we wanted to kind of turn that off for people so they're not looking for them and wondering where they are. So when we have more, I will have some extras left over out of this month that I will, when these start shipping at the end of September. We're in September, right? No. Yes. We're in September. Yes. At the end of the month, I'll have a few left over. So I will list those for sale on the website and announce it in the group and on Instagram or whatever. And so for those of you that missed a subscription, you can pick up a box. And then you'll be able to come back and get the subscription on the 15th. Yes. Coupon is NOLA. Thank you, Mica. All right. So this takes a little bit of time. So I did a time lapse video how I did the first one. I think it took me about 30 minutes or so to paint each section and then clean it up before I did the epoxy part of it. And this is just personal preference. This is just seeing something, painting it. I'm trying to kind of make it symmetrical. So kind of like each block matches with something on this side. Danner Builds, DANNER BUILDS.com. So I'm going to put the ones that I've used over there. Yeah, this is a huge mold. I love this mold. I am absolutely in love with it. This was my splurge for myself. But I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of it, and the pieces that you create with it are just absolutely gorgeous. I can have a whole butterfly garden. So this is the first one that I did. So if you want, I'll leave that down here so you guys can see it for you guys that are just hopping on. And so all I'm doing is I'm using our micas, our individual micas that we've just recently added to the website. And I'm just going through and painting each one of my sections with this mica powder. So when we fill it with epoxy and we unmold it, the mica will stay onto your epoxies and it'll be colored. And I am a messy mica painter. So there might be a cleaner way to do this, but this is just the way that I'm doing it. And I just blow out my little sections. Thank you, Elena. Oh, that was sweet. Thank you. All right. And so all of these are our color. These are our chameleons. So these you really don't know what you're going to get until after you unmold these. I mean, you do if you go look for them, but you know. That's the next one. I want either the hummingbird or I want the seahorse. There's a seahorse on there that's like right up my alley that I think I might get the seahorse next. The dragonfly is super cute, and so are the little dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are super cute too. Hey Paula. That's all right. We're just playing around. We're just painting micas and chit-chatting. That's all. Never too late to a party. So I might take this one since there's no color on there, and I kind of want to maybe clean that a little bit. I'm not really going to be worried about it. I didn't last time. Dragonflies are spooky. Oh no, you don't have to seal this because this is super, this is silicone. The micas stick directly to the silicone. Once it's in there, unless you're removing it with another adhesive, it's not coming out. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah, the small dinos are super cute too. So I don't know if you guys, this is, these are our new micas. Look at this. Look how pretty. They are so pigmented. This is one of the chameleons. It's like periwinkle and blue. Look at that. It's so pretty. I like that for his little tentacles. And you just want to make sure you get, if you're doing like, because some of these parts are kind of deep, so you want to make sure you're getting it in all the little cracks and crevices of that little space. Oh, look at that. It's blue and purple. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that one a lot. Let's do some yellow. We're going to do this whole little section down here yellow. So I'm just making sure I'm taking this little fine brush and I'm making sure that all of that mica is in each one of those little cracks and crevices. So that way you really get, so if you look down in here, you really see the dimension in this piece when you get it all down in those little cracks. And you don't have to do it symmetrical like I am. I just think that I like the way it looks. Not that it looks better, because I'm probably sure it would look better with just a random array of sploshed colors as well. I think I do it symmetrical because sometimes it's overwhelming. There's so many little spaces to color. So if I'm doing it symmetrically, it's kind of taking them down one by one, if that makes sense. That's the way my brain feels anyways. That's probably not a good explanation. If you guys are enjoying this and you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are a first-time viewer and you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. I try to do something once a week, twice a week sometimes, if I have a chance. One more dumb question, since I don't use social media. How can I get notified when the subscription box for October can be ordered if there are enough extras? Robin, if we are working on getting our wish list back up and running. We had a hiccup with the wish list. They needed to have the new website live in order for them to work on it. So I think they were supposed to be working on it today. Hopefully we'll have an update. You can add it to your wish list perhaps, and then you can check back. I don't know that I don't know if there's a way to notify you when it comes back in stock. I'm not sure. That might be something we can do. We have a lot of new bells and whistles on our new website, and I'm not sure if that's one of them, but I will definitely find out. Maybe I can see if there's a text alert or something that we can do. Oh, look, Mica is the man. He is the man. Have I done a mold with micas with primary color rainbow? I have not, which is surprising because you guys know how much I love the rainbow, and that's my first thing. But I have not. I have just been doing normal like normal colors. I say normal. There's nothing normal about this. I have not did the regular rainbow, but now you got my mind twirling, and I'm probably going to have to do that the next time. You also can use, I wanted to show you guys another little thing too. You also can use our snowball glitter in here in these molds to create that holographic look as well. So I'm actually going to grab a couple snowballs, and we're going to hit a couple spaces with some snowballs as well. And when we pull this out tomorrow, you'll be able to see the holographic glitter that fills in some of these spaces, and it's really pretty. All right, let me grab a snowball glitter. Let's see. I just grabbed a couple because that's going a whole nother direction, is using all of these. But I'll pick, so I have dragon fruit, which is our snowball glitter, which is a microfine glitter, hummingbird green, silver fox, which is a holographic silver, and then vanilla orchid, which is my favorite, is like the purpley holographic. Victoria, we might not, our next destination is not even in the States. So there is no direction of where we're going. It is anybody's guess. We could potentially even travel through time. How about that? There's all kinds of places that we can travel, and all kinds of different vibes that we get from those places. And so we could potentially even travel through time. So that's going to be a hint for one of our destinations for next year. So hopefully that'll get you guys excited. So I'm just taking this vanilla orchid, and I'm just painting this one little section right here. And the glitter sticks perfectly to the silicone because, you know, it sticks to silicone. And I'll make sure to rub this little line right here, and perhaps that one. So if there's already micas there, it's not going to stick as well, but this is going to create like a little ombre on this one little spot, which I'll show you guys when we pull it out tomorrow. But look, so you see here, so when you pull that little section, you're going to get a holographic sparkle in that little section. Wait, oh, did that do something? Ew, okay, just making sure. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at this light blue. So pretty. Miss Patricia, I love. We are Doctor Who. Is that you think? I think there's a really cool place that I would love to go when we travel in time. I mean, the sky is really the limit, like where we can go. That's kind of very close to that color. It is. It's just a lighter version. That's okay. I'm gonna make it work. There are no mistakes in art, right? You just do it. So you guys had a good time. Labor Day. Did y'all relax? Eat some good food? I cooked for the first time last night in a long time. I cooked chicken and dumplings, and needless to say, yum. All right, so I don't want that there, so I'm going to move that. So I'm going to show you. So I'm starting to get a lot of blowback or redust or extra dust or whatever. So you can take a piece of tape if you'd like. And you can touch where you don't want that mica. So just like you would clean up your mold, you can just touch on the areas that you don't necessarily want those colors. So I've cleaned it up pretty well. If this is bothering you, you can clean that up as well. So just a little piece of packing tape will get you all cleaned up and moving along. No worries. No worries. From Shreveport, Dina, that's up north. Hi, Ashley. Idaho. I heard that y'all were cold. I mean, y'all were hot, and now y'all are about to be cold. I mean, I'm all down for being cold, but I don't know about them extreme temperature changes. Those scare me. I heard that Denver had like 110 degrees last week, and this week it's going to snow. I don't know what kind of voodoo that is, but that sounds a little extreme. Do we have anybody here from Denver, Colorado area that they're doing that? They're facing those extreme temperature changes? I mean, I know that we're down here. We'd welcome some cooler weather for sure, but I don't know about them extremes. All right, so I'm going to take some of these. North Louisiana. Yeah, kind of. That's New York weather. Alabama. Okay. Stranger Things. I like that idea. I'm not mad about that. So I know that one of the places that we will be visiting is a fictitious place. So that'll give y'all a hint. That's all I'm going to tell you. I won't tell you when or anything like that. But one of the places that we're going to visit is going to be a fictitious. Hi, Kelly or John. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are creating this. We're creating another butterfly. Let's see. Let's use some of these. Nope, not the North Pole. Not the North Pole. That would be fun, though. That would be fun. So this is moving along. This is moving along. Let's look at this orangey coral. So pretty. Yeah, same here. If we get snow down here, it's like the apocalypse. I think you did, Miss Honey. If it snows in New Orleans, it's like the apocalypse. Don't worry. Oh, this one's going to be so pretty. So pretty, so pretty. I like these. I'm covered in micas. Yes. Thank you, Tanya. You didn't miss too much. We're just chit-chatting and brushing micas into the molds. Let's see. I'm going to go here with that one. I'm going to put a green or something right there and break that up. Just color by color. I'm kind of making it kind of symmetrical-ish. I'm trying to do both sides kind of the same so far. So we're just going to get down here to these, the nitty gritty parts down here. We got one more color to paint up here. Thank you very much. Oh, Hogwarts. Well, I will give you all another hint. I am not a Potterhead, so I have never seen a Harry Potter movie. I know I heard the gasps across the land, but I have never watched a Harry Potter movie. I don't know the first thing about Harry Potter, except he's a boy and he's a wizard, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think he's a wizard. That's what I heard. Anyways, it's a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Right? Oh, Atlantis. Oh, I like Atlantis. That's like the sunken city, right? Hi, Vicky. You can put it in a shadow box. You can do, it's just like just a decorative piece. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Frozen in the ice blues. Atlantis. Oh, that would be cool. Atlantis is the Alice in Wonderland. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Oh. I hope somebody's taking notes, because these are all places that I'm like, okay. So I'm going to turn this butterfly around to me a little bit so I can my eye can see where I'm at a little bit. Same with this. So I think I'm going to do these colors here. And this one here. And I might have should have used a finer brush down here, but I'm going to clean up that top part so I can color it a little different. So I'm looking on my mold. It's good to have this mold already done, because I can see the negative space and like what I want to color a different color. So that I want to do a different color. Halloween Town. Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Let me get another piece of tape. Is it hard to do tumblers? Yes and no. It is a lot to learn, but there's tons of resources out there. And once you have the basics down, it's pretty much the sky is the limit. So yes and no. Oh, fudge. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what color that was. Son of a gun. I touched too much. Yes, I'm painting this, and then I'm gonna put I'm gonna dye my epoxy black with black epoxy dye, and then fill it up like I did this. And then when I unmold it, it will be gorgeousness. I think it's this one. It is not, but that's okay. All right, I need some more purple in here. I think I'm missing some purples. I'm currently in the garage working on a cup that I learned from you on one of your videos. I watched it a few times, and it's turning out gorgeous, so they're easy once you learn. Yes. can, Lois. Lois asked if you can hang the butterfly when you're done. You can. You can set it in one of those plate stands. You can put a magnet on it, put it on your refrigerator. You can frame it. You can do pretty much anything you want with it. That is purple already. So I'll take this right here and do this purple. So it's just it's a pretty piece. You can do just about anything you want with it. So I'll do those purple. And I find this super relaxing as well. It's like painting with numbers, and it's super chill, super relaxed. This butterfly takes 6 ounces of epoxy to fill the mold, which isn't terrible. I've had some other things that took a lot more that were just like, ew. Okay, so that one I'm putting on here. Oops. I guess I'm doing that one. Wasn't planning on doing that one. Was going to do that different color, but I messed that up. So this all is the same color. Also paint that on there too. This over here. So I have 1 or 2 more little spaces to do, and then we're done. And then I'll show you how to fill it, how I clean it up, and then how I do the sides. Let's see, one other color. I need a really bright popping color. Let me use one of these. Denise, I am. Do I recommend it for you? I do not. I am familiar with my quick set, and I know how fast to move and how much to mix it. So, and this mold is a very nice, a very high quality mold. So I don't have to worry about it getting too hot. Personally, I do not recommend that you do it for yourself, because I don't want you to come at me and say, oh my gosh, I used Quickset and I ruined my mold. So would I recommend it to you? No. Am I going to do it for myself? Yes. So that's one of those instances, do what I say, not what I do. Because the Quickset really does get really hot. So it's not really recommended for molds. I use them in my higher end molds, but you're potentially taking the life off of your mold. So you're taking some life from your mold when you choose to use the Quickset epoxy with these. And that is at your own risk, not the mold makers or the teacher. Okay. The website to order the mold is danderbuilds.com. The website to order the micas and glitter and other cool stuff that we offer is mrnolasglitter.com. So this yellow I touched a little bit on, So we have painted this whole thing. I think this is going to be gorgeous. A beach summer with alcohol inks, white waves, and I had to move fast, but it was impressed. Yeah, so once you're familiar with your epoxy and you know how it works, how quick it works, that comes with practice. And so you can gauge that. But if you're brand new and you've never mixed that much quickset at a time and never really manipulated the quickset like that, I do not recommend it for you guys. And I was looking for, I guess, here. Yeah, the seahorse and the hummingbird are on my 2 lists. What if you filled it with clear epoxy? Would it be pretty in a window with the light shining through? Absolutely, Brenda. You could you could definitely see it. You could put a little bit of glitter in the epoxy so it'd even sparkle. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm taking a little bit of rubbing alcohol and I'm going to clean up my, see if I can show you. See the sides right here? How all of the sides have powder on them. So I kind of want to clean them up so I can brush all the same color around it. So it's kind of uniform-ish when I pour my mold. So I'm just taking a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I had a little cup. No, well, I'll just use this one. Rubbing alcohol, whichever one you have. I have 91%. I'm taking a little bit of makeup a little makeup brush. And then just wiping the mica off the side in here, like so. Can you guys see that? Then I'll go back and paint it all the same color mica. Look how pretty down there. So I don't want a lot of alcohol on here because I don't want it to get juicy or anything. So I'm dabbing it off a little bit, and then I'm going right through here and brushing all the sides and brushing all that excess off. So I can do it all the same color. So it kind of gives it a completed look a little bit. Easy breezy. Okay. All right. I'm very carefully. Actually, I'm going to go back in and paint this because this here, so this his little body, you do want it to be colored all the way around the sides of his body. Okay, so I'm gonna redust that. I didn't mean to undust or clean off that spot right there. It's just these sides that I want to clear. There might be a better way to do this. I don't know it. So I can't tell you. This is just what works for me, and this is how I did the last one. So there we go. So then I'm going to take my my chameleon and put it back on my body here because I didn't want to dust that off. Hey everyone, I'm a little late. I was just going to say every time I do this, even with the tiny brushes, it goes everywhere. And then I see you do the alcohol. Very genius. I don't know if that's the right way, but that's the way I did it. And it worked the last time. So I'm a stick into, are you leaving? Oh, would you like to say hello, Mr. Nola?
Hello, Mr. Nola.
Okay, there you go. All right. So then I'm just going to pick one color and dust the inside of the body.
Looking pretty cool.
Hey, Mr. Nola.
Hey, Mr. Nola.
One order cool. Down, 5 orders to go. Shaking my head. Hey, Nola and chat. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
All right. What epoxy would you recommend for tumblers? Rosa asked, what epoxy do I recommend for tumblers? Right now, I use Stone Coat's Quick Coat. It's a fast setting epoxy. And for a top coat, I don't have a recommendation. I do have their art coat. I'm just a little impatient to use their art coat over my tumblers because it takes a little while to dry. And so most of the time I do not finish my tumblers. So I am in a little bit of a limbo when it comes to an epoxy that I recommend as a top coat. I do like the art coat. I'm just way impatient for it. So if you're looking for a good one, that is a good one, but you have to have patience. And I don't know what that is. So I do like the Stone Coat's quick coat though. It dries in about 2 hours and I can get on about my business. So I'm taking this Chameleon and then I'm just rubbing all the inside. And his biker self. He didn't even know he looked like a biker, huh? He didn't even know he was a biker. Mr. Nola has owned a motorcycle pretty much ever since, the day I met him, he had a motorcycle. At one point or time, or one brand, or one kind. We used to ride together. We used to ride a lot, but then, glitter happened, and we're kind of a slave to the glitter. So I can't remember if I went over here or not. So I'm just dusting the inside edges of this mold. And then, so when we pop it out, the edges will all be semi the same. They'll kind of be, you'll be able to see some of the colors because you're never going to get it all off without an adhesive. But at least it'll be kind of the same. Kind of the same. No, Tina, this mold is not on our site. This mold is a Dander Builds mold, and you can get it from his website, and you can use the code NOLA, N-O-L-A, and save you a little cash. So I'm just taking this little fluffy brush and just making sure I have no extra. Look how messy the back one is. All right, so that is good to go. Look how gorgeous. This is going to be so pretty. All right. Perfect. So let me move some of this along. So I also want to show you guys, we have this one. This is the Bad Apple keychain. I think this is Snow White, maybe. But we do have this mold. And I wanted to show you guys because it's green. And then the rest is silver. Yes. So I'm going to take I'm going to mix red glitter in there. So I'm going to dust this mold and we're going to make it pretty. So this is green, right? On the thingamadoodle. Yes. So we're going to use Hummingbird Snowball, which is a green, right? And I'm going to dust the inside of here. And we're going to make a poison apple. Actually, probably need a bigger brush, maybe not. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just taking this microfine glitter and I'm painting it everywhere that I would want it green. You might need a littler paintbrush, but this is pretty little, so this one's working pretty good. Excuse me. Yep. So we still have it in stock. So if you guys are looking for this mold, we have it. It is a keychain or a backpack, charm, or anything that will dangle. you can use it as a luggage tag. Way to you can make them and put them on your luggage. So way to identify your luggage quickly. Like, oh, I know nobody else has a glittered poison apple. You'd be like, oh, that's mine. So I am going to paint all the way around. Everywhere that I want green, I'm brushing this on. All right. And then we're going to clean it up a little bit before we move to the next one. All right. So there is it green in there. All right. Can you do a video on gingerbread house? The molds look like this is one that I already did, the butterfly. This is one I did the other day. I did the same thing. I painted the molds. I have unmolded it, and this is what it looks like. This was my sides. As you can see, I tried to keep it kind of the purpley color all the way around it. It's pretty big. It fits in palm of my hand. I think it's gorgeous. There's not a lot of cleaning that you have to do. You just have to pour it carefully and make sure it's on a level surface. Yep, this is just microfine glitter. This is called our Snowball collection. So I used this is Hummingbird, which is the green, and then this is Silver Fox, which I'm going to do the eyes, but I'm going to clean it up a little bit first. A voodoo mold. That could be something that we could work out. So just clean it a little bit because I want to put the silver on the eyes, the eyeballs. I always tap the top of my snowballs because this stuff gets so if you tap it down a little bit, it kind of gets away from the top, so it doesn't make such a big mess. And I do have a red that I'm going to paint the other part, and then we'll fill it with epoxy. I think the eyes are silver. I'm not sure. They are today. They are today. They are today. They're probably red, but they are today. A gingerbread house? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a mold for a gingerbread house? I don't have a mold for a gingerbread house, but all right. So there is that. And let me grab the red holographic snowball. And then we have Tiger's Blood, which is the red holographic snowball. Let's Resin has them. I think they take a lot of epoxy. So that's the reason why I haven't really looked into them. They take a lot of epoxy. So this is a microfine blood red. So we're going to do the bottom half with that. Actually, let me clean that up a little bit first because it is a little glittered up here. So all right. Yeah. You can use the glow in the dark powders. You can use the glow in the dark resin dye, which is a good idea, which I just thought about now that you mentioned it. I don't see it right here. I thought I had some on my desk, but Okay, so I just used my tape and cleaned a little bit of whatever was left of all that residue. So now I will put this red on here. Probably need a smaller brush because I'm making a mess. Let me try that one. This one might work a little bit better. All right, so, and then there is the red. Let's see, it looks like I missed a little spot right there. So I'm going to fill this with black epoxy as well. So there we go. All right, so let me get my gloves on. Ideas for Christmas. Lois, we have silicone molds that are ornaments, which were a huge seller last year. We have the snowflakes, and then we have a pack that has 6. I just reordered and added 2 extra shapes, so we'll have a pack that has 8 in them soon. And those are really fun. If you look at our channel, I did a video last year of me making them, and they were so much fun, and we like to never kept them in stock. All right, so what I'm going to do is moosh all of this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to get something to set this on because I will need to move it to the, oh, that is covered in glitter. That is a no. I'm going to have to move it into the other room where we have flat surface. So this is a very expensive piece of acrylic. I don't recommend doing this on because I'm just a ding dong, but I've already done it. So we're just going to ride it out. Ride it out. So that way I can pick this up and move it to the counter in the front, the only level surface. Yeah, the ornament molds are really cool. The fall cup I just did is, I don't know what they did with it. Maybe. I'll have to see what happened to it. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. This is the fall cup, but whoop, I just did. It says gather somewhere else. Is it backwards? I don't know. There we go. Stripy goodness. All right, let me grab my epoxy. Let me measure it over here so I don't get it on me. One second. Let me pour this. Here we go. Got some already opened. Let me get a mixing cup. So, actually, I have this one that's already done here. So I have my silicone cup here. Good God, both of these are horrible. Both of these are dirty. It is what it is. I have my black dye, which I will be using. Aw, thanks, Cody. All right. These are dirty. Don't I have a clean one? I hate silicone molds. For real. I mean, I hate silicone mixing cups because they are dirty. So let's see. This is, I'll have to do here. 1 second, guys. I wasn't prepared to have to measure over here. I thought I was just going to use, hang on. Hold on, hold that down. They're getting me a clean mixing cup. That way I don't have to measure. I can just measure with the mixing cup. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, babe, the mailman's calling. Hang on 1 second, guys. Hello? Hey. Hey. Yeah. Yep. David's on his way. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye. All right. Go meet Tommy, babe. All right. All right. All right. All right. Maybe they don't have one. Maybe we do have one. Yeah, it's fine. This one's better than the ones I have. The ones I have are good. All right. So this is how many ounces? This is 4. Okay, cool. Just a second, and then we'll mix and talk. All right. So there's 1. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Now we mix and talk. All right. So I have a pretty big thing of epoxy here. I usually don't like to mix this much quickset, but it's only going in 2 places. And so I don't have to. I'm not really worried about that. I do not recommend you use quickset in your mold. I do not recommend. You can use black alcohol ink. It's just kind of translucent. So I just like black epoxy dye because you can get it pretty opaque. So I'm just making sure that I get all of this mixed. That's another thing about mixing in a big container is it's really hard to mix all the way down, especially when you're doing the quick set, because it really needs to make sure to be mixed. So I also mix epoxy like I'm mixing a cake. I whip it and whip it good. That's just the way I do it. I will remove my bubbles for my mold. You can tell it still needs to be mixed because it is still... I'm going to swap out the stick and get a clean stick. Actually, I'm going to use this little one. The glove trick worked for you. I noticed that the girls started using that trick, Miss Patricia. So I am going to, I didn't for the last of these, and you can see there's some stuff in there. It's not so much epoxy, it's the glitter. So I thought those were clean. And normally what I do after I get the most stuff out of it is I turn it inside out and then I wrap it in tape, and it usually comes out pretty good. But yeah, I've noticed my girls started putting gloves in there. I do not recommend. Please don't use quickset in your molds. I do not. Please do not. I cannot be responsible for your molds to be jacked up. This will take life off of the life of your mold. This will take time off the life of your mold. Plain and simple. There's no 2 ways around it. Take care of your molds, especially these molds. These molds are not just like your normal, $5-6 molds. This is a pretty pricey mold, and I probably should not be doing this, but I do what I want. So there's that. So this is pretty much all mixed. I'm going to add my Epoxy dye, make it black. I know, Carrie. Some squirts of epoxy dye. I'm gonna mix it down in there. So this is black pearl, but there are other black epoxy dyes. I like the pearl because it's kind of like shimmery and like liquid metally, or whatever. Yes, Crystal, I do the same thing. So if I happen to so sometimes when I'm making like coasters and stuff and I do micas, I do add a couple drops of alcohol to give it that extra pop on the backside. Same thing with this. I could definitely add black, but I would only use a specific black alcohol ink because some of the other ones turn different colors. So I only like the Pinata black or the Marabou black. I don't like Tim Holtz black. I like all the rest of the Tim Holtz stuff, but I just don't like his black. So we will move all the junk out of here because I'm going to have to carry this in the other room relatively quickly. So careful. So if you pour slow, your epoxy will get in all the cracks and crevices. That's what you want. You don't want to glop it in there. You want it to free form. You want it to flow like around that little thing right there. So if you're doing it really thin, it'll get where it needs to go. So you can do one or two things. I usually don't recommend heat with your molds at all because, again, you are ruining the life of your molds. I'll do a barbecue lighter. But with this this bigger one, I do take some heat to it because you know, it's got a lot to go. So you can see those bubbles popping off of my epoxy as I'm pouring it in. If this was regular epoxy, you could let it rest and let the bubbles degas. You could let the epoxy degas itself. But because this is quick set or fast, quick set, the fast reacting epoxy, it's going to set up when it wants to, which is relatively soon. I like to be able to fill these little antennas slowly so there's not a lot of overflow on the top of your mold. So I will have looks like a lot of epoxy left. I guess I should have made something else. It's okay. It's like so tranquil watching this epoxy flow into this mold when it's like colored because it's like creates these rivers and stuff that are super pretty. Okay, so I have some left over. Wait, what? Yeah, it becomes hot really fast, but I'm going to do this one. This is just going to be plain black because, you know, I didn't think about it. And obviously I over measured, you know, so that's always fun. Let's see. Let me find my fire thing. All right. So I have this torch that's really, oopsie. See, well, we have to move this in the other room because my table's not level at all. So we almost had a catastrophe. Yeah. The way people want to know what glitter looks like over black, we can sprinkle it on that rectangle. Yeah, there you go. So I have this torch that's really low fire, and I like to spray the top. I do not point the fire at my mold because you will burn the crap out of your mold and your epoxy will start smoking. That is not what you want to do. Okay. If I had an alcohol spritzer bottle, which I used to have, I wonder if this is it. I wonder if this is alcohol. Let this be alcohol. Nope, this is soap and water. Nope. Good thing I read. Good thing I labeled that sucker. So you can also, if you had alcohol spritzer, you could spritz the top of your molds with alcohol, and that will get rid of your bubbles. These are going to be pretty. Let's see, do I have anything else that I could possibly put this in really quick? All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to go transfer this to the counter where it is a level. 1 second. 1 second. It's a wonder that they keep up. They keep me around. I had another mold that I wanted to try. Breathe, 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 breathe. All right, so we have some extra left over here. So what we're going to do is it's starting to get warm a little bit. So what we're going to do, we can take this really quick. We're going to move fast. We're going to paint the insides of these really quick. Yeah, the gas exhales it. Absolutely. So I'm going to do some of these because after these are set, I'm going to put these decals on them that I got from Crafty Thriving, and I'll show you as soon as we pour this. So I got this one. I need a floofier brush really fast. Move fast, move fast. Nothing like panicking, right? Oh, this brush is amazing. Okay, got that. Absolutely covered in mica. Covered. Oh, God, this one is gorgeous. Can you guys see that? Or am I moving too fast, like lightning speed, like I'm trying to? And yes, I brush everything on my shirt. If you don't have this glitter, you need it in your life. This is dragon fruit, and it's gorgeous. All right, so I'm starting to get a little warm. So I fill these about halfway when I'm doing them for the pop sockets. And because this is quick set, it's going to get me right where I want to get it. It's going to get, it's going to set up the way I want it to set up relatively quick. I still have a few more colors to put in here. A couple more. I should wear an apron. I just didn't think about it. Don't tell Mr. Nola. Okay. And then we're going to do this last one, this color. Super speed, right? These are going to be pretty. Okay. I love pouring epoxy that has micas in it because it's like, it's trippy looking almost. All right. So a little bit left, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So then I'll find my little knobby things, which are over here. And I will open my knobby things. And I will give it a few more minutes. I want it to be a little bit set up more. This is kind of still liquid. If you see it still moving around in there, which is fine. So it'll give me time to open all my Nola knobs here, my little knobby things. Yes, diversity. We do have this. We do have this mold. It is, I don't know what it's called. But yes, we do. It's the circle mold. And it fits the pop sockets perfectly. Or the Nola knobs, or the phone grippy things, or whatever the heck. What is the pink that I just used? It's dragon fruit. It's our Snowball dragon fruit. And it's like liquid hot pink metal when you do tack-it method with it. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's see. And let's see, I got one or two more. All right. So let me open these last two, and then I'm going to show you guys what you can get. Yeah, you need that. Everybody needs that dragon fruit in their lives because it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, and then where was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So I will take this, and I don't really need to pop the bubbles too much on this, and I can never pull. That's why I got rid of this one, because I have weak fingers and I can't pull that safety thing down, and it sucks. Okay, so I'm going to grab something while those are sitting, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use them for. So I had an accident on something, and I had gotten these cool clear cast from Crafty Thriving, and they fit the Nola knobs or the pop sockets or what have you perfectly. So I'll cut these out and put them over the top and maybe glitter some or do whatever. But look, something spilled on a whole stack of clear cast, and I'm sad. So sad. The silicone mixing cup. Yes, we have the silicone mixing cups in stock as well. Let's see. This is still kind of, it's heating up a little bit, so, but it's still kind of liquid. So I'm going to wait a few more minutes. I could probably throw some stuff in it now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's not use that. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Do I have anything? Let me see what this looks like. Not sure. Should I do this or not? Let's see, how is this? This is getting pretty, let me see if I can put it in here, what it will look like. And then I'm going to put this in something else. Put a little bit left in here. Hang tight. I gotta find a mold to put this in because I don't want to waste it. All right, so that wasn't a waste. Almost filled that mold. Alrighty, 1 second. Cool. Cool, cool. All right, so then I'm going to do the little trick that Miss Patricia told me. So I have the epoxy left over, and I'm going to take a glove, and I'm going to put the glove in it like this. So when it dries, you just pull the glove out, and the glove will peel off all of your stuff. Okay? Okay. Done. Must be out of stock, or I'm blind. You don't see the round mold. No, we have it in stock. 1 second. Oh, sorry. This is one of the glitters that was in the mystery box yesterday. This was a custom mix that we only had enough to make a few bags. So this was one of the glitters. And it's pretty. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. I booped it. There you go. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, you got to use the drop down to find that mold. All right. So now they're not moving that bad. So I'm just going to take my little knob. And I'm going to squish it, not all the way down, but I just want it to go down a little bit into that epoxy. So it'll get over that first little notch. And it'll hold on to the night. All right. And it'll grip onto this here. And because this is the quick set, it's not totally fluid, so it's not going to sink in there. So if you're doing this with regular epoxy, you want to wait for about 20 minutes before you add your Nola knobs or your pop sockets or whatever the heck you want to call these things, so they don't sink all the way to the bottom. So these are not sinking. They're sinking a little bit. So I could have waited just a little bit longer with this quick set, but I was just making sure. And so when these get done, you'll pop them out, and that base will already be down there, and you can just decorate them. Phone grip toppers. There we go. Phone grip toppers. All right, so I think I have pretty much moved all of the epoxy away from me. So I'm going to take off these gloves. All right, so I've taken off these gloves. Woo, now I can touch my cup and take a drink. Phone grip toppers. All right, so I'm going to move these little suckers behind me. Yep, so we have that. All right, so now we have these things. Ew. I have touched pretty much everything I possibly can with epoxy hands. So let me put some clean gloves on, because clearly I'm a ding dong. Upside down on your mat. Okay, yep. Yeah, that glitter was gorgeous. I have taught them well down there. They sometimes they mix glitter better than me in the warehouse. When they get a chance to get creative down there, they really surprise me in some of the things they come up with. I'm like, dang, I couldn't have done that. So you guys are really getting, and I think there's 2 or 3 different custom mixes in that box that you guys could get yesterday, and all of them equally gorgeous. All right, so we're going to move these out of the way. How long are we in here? 1:38. You guys ready to do something else, or should we call this? All right, so I can move some of this stuff out of the way. So what we could do is we could, don't get my butterfly yucky. We could keep playing. Let's do it. So excited. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to clean off this mess with my little handy dandy. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, so I did these, oopsie, last week. I played around with these, remember? So I thought, how cool would it be to try to do those in a mini version? Did the Travelers group get up yet? Angie, no, we are working on that today. So we can, let's try to recreate these, but in a tiny version. All right. So I'm checking my mold, making sure there's no icky on it. Let me grab some alcohol inks, because that's what we'll need. We will do the sunflower, because I liked the look of the sunflower. It was super gorgeous. I don't remember what color cap. Part B is black. Black for B, white for A. All right, I have the lids. So I also wanted to do that same version with like a purple maybe. And then I needed, what is this? White alcohol ink. Here is none of the things in here that I need. Where are, okay, let me see what happened. I have not done the big one yet. I haven't done a video of the big ones yet. There's Mr. Nola coming back in. Where are, okay, so I had the little chocolate sprinkles. That's what I used for my center.
Mr. Nola in the house.
Mr. Nola in the house. Mr. Nola, will you go get us some chocolate sprinkles?
Walmart's kind of crowded right now.
Yeah. Off our shelf out there, please, sir. Because we're going to do some little minis versions of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix this epoxy because this epoxy has to be thick. And you can't use quick set or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and, this is yellow as a moso. Did you put the keys on a tumbler yet? No, I didn't do that either. I wonder what I did with the keys. Is this yellow too? Miss Patricia, thank you for reminding me. No, I wrapped those around something. And this is gross. I don't like this epoxy. All right. So for the center of this sunflower, I used our chocolate sprinkles, our faux sprinkles. So we're gonna try using this. We're gonna mix it up because this gets really clear. I like that it gets really clear, but it takes a little while to set up. So let me get a cup and we'll go ahead and mix this together before we do all the fun stuff in the bottom. Let's see here. Lord help me. Let's hope. I haven't used Illumilite in a hot minute. We're not going to need a lot because we're using these little ones. Okay. So let's see. All right. Is the mold for the pop socket the foam grip topper mold? Carrie, yes. And then this is the mini Geode Mold. All right. Oops. And look, they come with these handy dandy little measuring cups. I forgot. So I'm going to do 30 cc's of each side. That could be way too much. That could be not near enough. I'm pretty sure it's not near enough. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not near enough. I'm going to use 2 of them. So I'm going to do 60 cc's for each side. There we go. So, oh, look at that. I have the wrapper right there squished in the top of my cup. There we go. So there's this. My goodness gracious alive. I make a mess. Okay. So there's 1. So that's 30. So we're doing another one. Whoops. All right. So we're doing this before we do anything else because your epoxy really needs to be a little thicker to do this. So any of the other epoxies, that are the thicker viscosity would work. But I like Alumilite or whatever because it's pretty much clear. Until I have something better to work with, we're just going to try this. And if it was a fail, I was using damaged materials. So it was, oh my God, this is yellow. This looks like vanilla syrup. Okay, so that was one. I haven't looked up yet. Black epoxy with glitter. Silver flake, all the rage. I have some of that. Yep. So I did some silver flake. I have some silver flake from a friend of mine. She has some really fancy silver flakes. Well, they're not silver flakes, but they're variegated. So she has some that are like different colors and all that. But I do have some that I've used. I've gotten them off of Amazon, and I can link you guys to whatever you want to use. It doesn't matter to me. So let me try not to get these dirty. So in the middle of these, I just used a few rhinestones. So you can use pretty much anything you want. So I'm going to mix this, and then we're going to put it to the side. I might find a little bit diversity. It depends. I didn't measure it. Just depends on how big or how thick you want your little knob. And this is yellow, so I'm going to get a little drop of blue alcoholic. That's what some people say. Cuts the yellow. I don't know. Let's see. One little. Oh, this is too much. One little drop like that, perhaps. I need a napkin. There's like a additive or something that you can add into your epoxy when it's yellow to keep it from yellowing or offset the yellow when you add blue or some bullhickey like that. Blue food coloring. I don't know if I had enough in here. Maybe it needs another little bit. Blue food coloring. Food coloring, okay. Or blue alcohol ink, right? Tell me. I don't want it blue, but you know, I heard that you just need a little bit to offset the yellow, and now it looks green, so whatevs. All right, so this is pretty much mixed. So we're just going to let it rest while we get the rest of our stuff together. It's not terrible, but I mean, it's not like whatever. We're going to whirl with it, and it's all right because it's going to be in little, and we're not going to use that much. So we're good. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right, so we're good. All right, it's good. So I have these little handy dandy little cups. So I want to divide. I want to put some in here that I want to do. This is the one I'm going to use for white. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do with that. And then so I just put them to the side, out of sight, out of mind. Okay. So for this one, if you see, I used the little faux sprinkles. Super cute. Super cute. Super cute. Right? Let me put the lids on these, which I think I probably put them on backwards. I need clean gloves because these are kind of funky. All right, so let me change my gloves so when I touch everything, I'm not contaminating everything. Okay? Okay. Okay. You didn't show us what you did with the leftover black epoxy that you poured. Give it a minute, Brenda, because it was super hot, so it'll set up. By the time we get to the end of this, I'll show you. It's just in a little trinket box. I don't know where I even picked it up. I am a mold lover, and I buy molds just about everywhere. So you guys like molds, I love them too. So I'm an Etsy and Amazon mold shopper. So I get molds from everywhere, and I think this is just like some little something that I poured it in. And my drink is empty. All right, so to do this one, the only thing you need is the sprinkles. And I used 2 different kinds of alcohol inks. I used the Alchemy, which is the metallic yellow, and then Dandelion from Tim Holtz. Okay. And so to get this, so you can see this pattern, and then I used, of course, you always use white alcohol ink when you're trying to get these kind of stringy looks to where it kind of looks like petals. You always have white. So this white is my favorite, the Pinata, always, always, always. So I'm going to use some crystal silver or a white alcohol dye. So I think I'm going to use the white alcohol dye. And that's what I'm going to use. That's what I'm putting in this cup. Remember, I moved some to the side. So I am going to color this white. And so we'll have this to the side when it's ready. So I like a dye when I'm doing this because it kind of makes it really opaque. So it kind of looks translucent now, but when I drop 1 drop of that alcohol ink in here, it's really going to give it that. So right now it's kind of translucent a little bit. So I'll take this white alcohol ink. And this is just me just messing around. There's probably a right way to do this. I added 2 drops, which gives it a little bit more, but then I'll add a little bit of mica to give it that that lasting little like a bitey feel. Which this is the crystal gold. This will work. And it's a mess. I should know better to open it over there. So, yeah, so it's milky. I'm going to just use a little tiny, see, don't do that. Nab it. Don't worry. Look how messy this is. Okay. Okay, hold on. Now you just take your tape and clean it off. Because that's what we do. Yeah, you want to make sure these are clean when you start. God bless America. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, so I'll mix this up a little bit. So it's kind of, now you can see it's white and yummy, and it's a little bit of crystal pearl. And so you can use any kind of epoxy dye. There are some really thick epoxy dyes out there that are like a paste, which you only need just a teeny tiny bit, which I would love to try some of those because I think I would like those. So those are on my short list of things to try, is like an epoxy paste. And then I use these little metal stirrers when I'm stirring things because I can just wipe them off really easily. All right, so let's see. We're going to do this one. This one, if you noticed, this was some little nail stuff I had left over, and I just chunked it in there. I might have another pack. Here's one. Oh, that's got just chunky things in it. Oops, something's spilling in here. Huh. Where would it be? All right, so we're going to do, how about, I used the white before, these little gardenia ones. That's what I used in this blue one, which kind of gave it the little crystal thing. So we'll use that. I have a little jar of foil. I have some silver foil we'll use in the center of one. So this is just pretty much grab. You can use glitter if you have glitter. So this is a little jar of Mid-City that I have. Yeah, Mica set 3 would work. If you want, because we're out of the crystal silver and the crystal gold, it's coming in, but both of those are in Mica set 3. So you can grab those. Let's see. Purple cancels yellow, blue cancels orange. They're opposite of the color wheel. That sounds like Chinese to me. Not sure. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. This still needs to. So you see how it's basically degassing itself. Wow, I'm so messy. So the bubbles are rising up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little bit and put it in each one of these molds. And I want to coat the bottom of these molds so we can start building our centers of our flowers. Okay. So you want to just make sure they go in all the cracks and crevices and make sure there's no bubbles, which you can see. So you just want to take your time. That's why a thin epoxy is good for these to start. You don't want them too full. All right, so that's good for now for these. I'll put this to the side. So if you don't want to make little phone grips out of these little geode slices, you can make them into geodes or you can make them into flowers. They are so, you can use them for so many different things. So my plan is to use them as counter knobs or cabinet knobs or drawer pulls or anything like that. So you can do that. You can make magnets out of them. So once they're dry, you can E6000 them a magnet on the back and make really pretty magnets. You can make badge reels out of them. You can actually glue them on top of your pop socket if you want to. But I really like the idea of making like drawer pulls, like in your kitchen or your bathroom somewhere. I have a beach bathroom, so I would love to do my cabinets with these little geodes, these little beachy geodes. Wouldn't that be cool? Dangly thing like a mobile. That'd be really cool. Yeah, foil is the devil's play. Yeah, this is ridiculous, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. So we're going to recreate this one. Okay. We are going to try one with foil. We're going to do one with glitter in the center so we can color that any way we want. So I'm thinking some purple. Then we are going to use a little bit of mica. So maybe this and this to kind of create this one without the center. We'll use that in the center of those. So we need something to, I think we'll do this in the center of a green one. I'll do this in the center of a purple one. And then we'll use these in like another purple and another sunflower. Hi, Megan. Pendant for bracelets. Oh, yeah. That would be good. Like a cuff or bangle bracelet, huh? That would be really cool. Hey, Miss Jerry. All right. So I'm just blowing those. I wish I had my little barbecue knife or barbecue lighter, but I don't have that. So I'm just going to pop the bubbles really quick. I did not put that fire anywhere near my molds, just in my epoxy. So I'm looking really good. I don't see any bubbles on the side. I also have some toothpicks. When I show you how to use the toothpicks, please keep in mind, don't scratch your toothpick on the bottom of your mold, because if you touch the bottom of your mold, you're going to scratch up your mold and ruin your mold. So when you're dragging epoxy around to create different patterns and stuff, you want to go deep, but you don't want to go all the way to the mold. Okay, you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom. All right, so we will go ahead and add a little bit of these little chocolate sprinkles, which are perfect for our sunflower. So I think I'm going to use this one for one of my sunflowers, because it's kind of the same shape as that. So I will put these down now, and then I will mix them in with that epoxy, and then I can reposition them wherever I want. Then I'm probably going to do maybe this one for the other sunflower that's not yellow. We're going to do that, the purple flower. Okay. So that was the center for that. You wouldn't even know that these were little fake sprinkles. They look just like the center of a sunflower. I love that so much. All right. So that's good. So I'm going to get my napkin here. So I'm going to take and just make sure that these get mixed up in the epoxy, so I can manipulate them and put them where I want, which is center. I don't want them to run away or whatever, and then that way they're all nice and coated, and they don't create bubbles when we go to do the next step. So whatever you're putting in the middle, make sure you kind of stir it up with the epoxy that's down in here. And get it all down in there good, and make sure it's all covered. And then that way it's setting, resting, waiting for you to go to the next step. Okay. So the next one we will do is the foil. Lord goodness gracious. You could use a pair of tweezers if you had that. I had some, but I lost them. But these little silicone brushes are really good for foil. You can kind of grab a piece like so. I'm going to put that down here. You could also use a jewel picker. So I will make sure that that's all mixed the same way in the center. My epoxy is getting really nice now. It's thickening up really good. So we'll be ready to move on. I want a little bit more. Another little hunk. That one's probably too many hunks because that's a lot of layers. That's a lot of layers. Okay. Hi, I'm new to epoxy art. Can you use real sprinkles? Sorry if that's a dumb question. Jackie, that's not a dumb question. There are a lot of people that do use real sprinkles. I have never used real sprinkles, so I can't answer that, how they would work. I would think that they would melt somewhat. It would kind of, the color would come off the real sprinkles, maybe. I don't know. So there's my center with my silver. So I'm going to use this Mid-City. And I put that here. Now this glitter is probably going to move a little bit more than those other things. So I will just mix it up here and try to kind of keep it somewhat centered. But we all know glitter has its mind of its own, right? So I'm just kind of trying to keep that centralized a little bit. I don't know if I had a little bit more in there, it would be a little thicker, maybe. And less likely to move, perhaps. Oh crap, I got a stray devil's flake in my sunflower over there. Phooey. All right, so we'll try that. We'll try that. So these are a little more difficult to work with than the bigger ones because there's not a lot of working room. So normally when that spreads out a little bit, you're like, okay, well, it stops because it's pretty big. But because these are small, it looks like it's taken over the whole thing. Get out of there, little devil flake. All right, so I will take some of these. See if I can do this gracefully. So these were just some rhinestones that we had in stock at one point. They're an acrylic rhinestone. I like the look of that, so we're going to do 2 of those like that. So I will put them in the center. Of course, these are going to lose their sparkle a little bit because they're going under the epoxy, but I'm okay with that. So mixing that around a little bit. I have realized I probably have mixed a little bit too much epoxy, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we got this all mixed up. So you can see the difference a little bit. I don't know if you guys, can you guys see that, or can y'all get the gist of what I'm doing here? I know I don't know how to zoom in. Okay, so there's all of our centers, which get in there, get back in there. Don't want to waste any of that. Get in there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit of more of this epoxy. It's starting to warm just a little bit. This is the consistency. I think it's probably still a little too thin to do the next step, but I'm going to add a little bit more over the top of these. Okay. Okay, like so. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Take a napkin. Hi, Charlene. All right, so we will start with the yellow. So the yellow and the purple are going to be the alcohol ink. So I have the Alchemy, which is the metallic, and the regular Dandelion, which is just regular yellow. So there's a little bit of difference in the color, not a whole bunch, but enough to give it some depth. Yay! Is this the Geode Mold? This is the tiny Geode Mold, the 6-pack little. Hi Nina, something mold. Eek! I don't remember what it's called. Did you fill them up halfway or full for the first time? I just, not halfway, just a little bit to get the bottoms all done and make sure I didn't have any bubbles on the side or anything like that. And then I added a little bit more to mix the center up. So I have a few little bubbles before we start going at it. I will get the bubbles out. Looks good. So we're going to do with this one first. So the important thing about these is to make these little these different little looks is that the white alcohol gets added for every time you use a regular alcohol. That's what causes, it makes this something, I don't know the name of it. So I'm going to go around and add one little dollop, as this is going to keep doing whatever it's doing, and we're going to do something else. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Let's look at that. All right, so next one we're going to do is metallic purple metallic violet, and amethyst from Frozen Screen. Yes, don't use your torch on your thing. Please listen to me. So this is metallic pink. No, I don't want the metallic pink. Shoot. Don't get it on your stuff. Wear an apron. Don't get it on your shirt that you'll never wear again. Damn. All right. See? Catastrophe if you don't wear an apron. Okay. Regular size if you can get it to work. I want to really try the light spritzing of alcohol, but I don't have any right now as spritzer, but I really want to do that. Jackie asked, how often do I go live? As often as I can possibly can. Sometimes it's once a week. Sometimes it's twice a week. All right. So now we're going to do the purple. So I'm going to do just like that. I'm going to do the drops around my center. I'm going to take the white and put it in each one. Now that's a different metallic. This is a metallic that I'm using from Marabou. Now I want to take just the regular amethyst and do the same thing. Oh, well, I had one that was opened. Scissors, scissors, scissors. Don't cut your Marabou ink like that because it just don't. So this is one drop of the amethyst in the same place where I had the white. And then I'm going to go back with the white. All right, so that doesn't go in there. All right, so the next one we're going to mix. We're going to take a little mixing cup, and we're going to, I don't know, what did we say we were going to do? Crap, I done lost my train of thought. We have the white over there, so I'm going to color this with a little bit of. I'm going to go grab some alcohol. Let me go grab some alcohol inks. So we need what color alcohol inks? That's good here. Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. Whoa. Made a mess. All right. So let me grab a blue alcohol ink and let's see, green maybe. So here's nope. So I have neon blue, Caribbean, and gentian, and then we'll do maybe green. We'll do mojito, botanical, and evergreen. Spur of the moment. All right. Green and blue. But I was missing something else I thought I was supposed to do. No, I don't think it would work with UV resin because you really need UV resin you won't be able to cure it all the way in these molds. All right, so I'm going to take the green, which is the mojito. We're going to try to basically do, which is, okay, so I'm going to take evergreen because it's the dark, and that's what I want to do, the center in that evergreen, which is super dark, right? And then we'll take one drop of the white in there. Oh, sucky. 2-hour lunch. Now I go back to work. Sorry. All right. So this is the botanical. So I will do pretty much the same. Okay. I'm going to do white on these. And then we'll do mojito on the top. Oh, I love the mojito green. It's like a limey green. It's like my favorite green. All right, so we have that one. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to do a dark blue, which I had here. I'm going to do cobalt blue in the center here. Okay, I'm not going to use that one again. And then I'll put the white there. Dang it. I hate that double dropper. And then we're going to use Marabou. This will be Caribbean blue. Whoa, 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 whoa. That flowed out of there like a lava lamp. There's our white, 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 white. And then we'll follow it up with some gentian blue. Blue, 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 blue. And then one more white on top of that. White, 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 white. All right, and so this one, I have this metallic pink. I'm going to mix it with do that there with this in the center. Don't use that one. That one made a dang mess, a ding dang mess. Neon blue with this pink. So it might make some purples. Okay, follow it with white. So this is what our yellow looks like so far, right? So I hope that these are not too small, that I'm not going to get what I'm looking for, which I might find that it is. I might have too much stuff going on in here. So we're going to do this. And then this blue. And a little bit. So okay. All right. So now we're done with these inks. I should have put the lids on them as I went, but whatevs. Okay. So you can do one or two things with this. You can use a piping bag. I don't know where all the heck these lids are. Here. Or you can just pour it out of the cup. So a piping bag would enable you to do very fine lines. So I have been looking at the piping bag technique. So I think that is what we're going to do. So a piping bag, when I say piping bag, I mean like a legitimate cake piping bag. I got these on the Amazon. Okay, I got these on Amazon. They are, I don't know, 100 of them. They were like, I don't know, not very much, like $5 or $6 or something. Okay, so they don't have a hole in them. Okay, right? And it's just like if you were going to fill it with frosting to pipe a cake, to do a cake. So I'm going to put it in this little cup. So you fill it just like you would if you were going to frost a cake, right? Probably better to use not a silicone cup because that stuff sticks to the silicone. So I have my our white, which is now really thick and exactly the way we want it to be. Who is your tattoo artist? Are they in New Orleans? No. I have one tattoo artist that is in Morgan City, and I have the one that did my unicorn right here. She is in Alaska. So I do not have a local tattoo artist in New Orleans. Someone said, is the store open? We're going to be in New Orleans next week. Yes, we are. Come on in and see us. So I'm going to take this white that we mixed, and I'm going to pour it in my little pipey bag thing, okay? I'm going to scrape it all out because I want it all. You don't want to waste any of it. You will probably have some left over, but for the sake of you going, man, if I just had a little bit more, just take it all out of there and put it in your thing, okay? All right, so me put this in the garbage. I'm gonna wipe off my little sticky things. All right, put this aside. So now you just lift it up, and now look, you have some little frosting, right? It's like frosting a cake. Yeah. So you would just put this down there, and then you would twist it, to give you a nice little thing. You want to cut just a teeny tiny hole in here. Why? Because your little things are teeny tiny. So you don't want anything big. So find some scissors that actually work. That's going to be fun. And then I'm going to cut, just the teeny tiny tip. Tiny. Well, I can't even keep my hand still to cut it. That's too tiny, dummy. All right. Like, did you see? Like that. So you can test this by that's pretty much all I want. See how little that line is? Little. Okay. You want to make sure you have this squished down and twisted, just like if you were doing a cake, which I know nothing about, by the way. I don't know how to do that. I just see a lot of people hold it in their hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to make petals on your flowers. Okay. So, see, I have one. There we go. Now you're seeing that these are disappearing because this is heavier than the epoxy that you have in there because it has additives and whatever else have you. So by the time you get to it, the end, your little petals are pretty much gone, right? So you can see this one a little bit. So if you want to do a double layer, you can. You want to do a swirl in the center, you can. All right, so that's going to give you two different looks. This one, we will do a swirl as well. So we did a swirl here, swirl here. Let's do a swirl. We have some blues going on over here. I'm going to do some more petals on this one. So these petals will essentially look 3D. They will stack. We did swirl, swirl. Let's do another petal here. And another petal here. All right. Did we do another one there? I'm not sure. Did we? Okay. So you still have a little bit left. You're going to have some left over. It is what it is. Okay. So I'm just going to put it to the side. So now you're going to take a toothpick, wherever it is, and you're going to create some little patterns in your thingamadoodles. All right. Can y'all see that? Is that better? All right. So you do not want to scratch this toothpick on the bottom of your mold because you will mess up your mold. Okay. So you can drag them in like so, and you want to get a paper towel because you want to wipe it off every time you do that. All right, so basically you're just creating the illusion of petals. You're not really seeing what you're doing because you will see it on the other side when it's dry. Maybe one more there. All right, so I will do the same thing here. So I will say that these will probably look a little different than the ones that I've already done because these were really quick to fill. And so when I did the other ones, I will show you, I was able to leave some white clear epoxy on the side. So when I drug the stick through it gave it some depth. So I could be very wrong, but I don't know that these will turn out the way that I am envisioning them. Could be wrong. We won't know till tomorrow. Okay. Same thing here. I'm just going to drag it in. I'm wiping my stick every time to create whatever. So this should, when you're doing it in a bigger mold, it kind of gives you the illusion of petals. All right. Same thing here. The bigger ones are a lot easier to do this with. That is a mess there. I'm not sure what that's going to go on. We should get some cool patterns though because of that white alcohol ink that's dropped under these inks. So we'll get something cool. But I don't know. Can you do this without pearls? Absolutely. You can do this. Well, you can do this with any alcohol ink. The only important thing to have is the white. You really need the white because the white is the heaviest one that like will pull the colors to the bottom. So the only important part of this is having the white alcohol ink. Anything else is you can swap out any of these supplies for anything that you already have. That's no problem. Store hours are 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Somebody said, hi, may I miss this? Is this mold on the website? Yes, this mold is already on the website. It's the mini Geode Mold. So we've been on here about 2:29. Well, let's see. Let's see where we are. So I don't know how the butterfly is, but our geode molds here are ready to be pulled. So this will sit and we will pull these tomorrow. This is not a quick set epoxy, so these will take a little minute to cure. These will take a full 12 hours. So we will see that tomorrow. But these are already set. These are the ones that we started before we started all this mess. So this is what I did with that black epoxy. So this is our little pop sockets. Look at that. They will go perfectly on the back of your phone. You can decorate them. I see I should have pushed this one down a little bit. It is what it is. Ew, look at this one. These are the Chameleon Micas. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This one is pretty perfect all the way around. So you can, these would be perfect to, you could put rhinestones on them if you wanted. You could put vinyl on it. You could do clear cast with these, which that's what I'm going to do with mine. The Crafty Thrivin' has these on her website. Or you can print your own, whatever you want to do. Look at that one. It's not really thick. On the top of these, this is just, I brushed the micas in there. And then this is just in this mold because this mold is really smooth. I don't think it's that thick. If I can find my phone. I don't know where my phone is. You can definitely pour them thinner if you want to. So you would do it about a third of the way. It's not heavy at all, though. They are not heavy at all. So this is the one with that glitter, or that dragon fruit glitter. Look at that. Oh, look at this one. Nope, it's not heavy at all. And then this is the one with the white. So I think those came out really good. I'm gonna have to go check the butterfly. We might be able to pull the butterfly. This was an ashtray mold that I had picked up. We keep this at the register, one like this at the register, and we put change in it. So if you need change. So this was this is with the that glitter and then the black epoxy dye. You can see it. Kind of pretty. It's thin. I didn't have enough to fill it all the way up, so I will just leave it like this so it will cure completely. It's kind of soft a little bit because it's not 100%. My molds have a lip to them. A lip like what? I just pushed them down a little bit. Oh, no, Jackie, I don't recommend using the quick cure for any of these molds. I just did it because I have the patience of a 2-year-old. So I do not recommend using quick coat in any of your molds because it is very hot and it does heat up really fast. But you guys hold on. We will go possibly get the butterfly and then you can finish this completely with me. All right. Yep. All right. So we will save this. It's kind of a little still soft, but I don't care. I'm going to pull it anyways. So this was the poison apple that we did. So it is still a little soft. So when I set it to cure, I'll set it on a mat. There she is. He is. It is. Super pretty. I could have done a little better, but super holographic. Love that. All right, I'm going to put that on my mat to dry. Flat. Got it. We have the little moon with just black epoxy, which I love. Oops. Let me make sure. He should be ready to go. This is a little softer than the other one. Ooh, he's like real soft. Don't recommend pulling that one. So I'm gonna change my gloves and get fresh gloves on, and we're gonna pull the butterfly. I do not recommend doing this. Do not do this at home. Do not try this at home. I feel like I'm like on whatever Daredevils or whatever. Ouch, 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 ouch. Rebecca, that's your business logo now? Girl, I got a whole bunch of molds. Come on. For little molds, I use an emery board. Yeah. All right, so fresh gloves on because that was some sticky stuff on my gloves. All right. So this is a little soft still, but it's unmoldable to where we can at least see what we've done, I think. Maybe. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. Okay, so if your mold was totally cured, it would be super easy to pull out. But again, I have the patience of a 2-year-old. So I'm going to show you guys. All right, so I got it out. Look how beautiful. I'm going to lay it down. And then we're really going to see it. Flipping this side. So I'll have to trim it up a little bit, but look how pretty. So it needs to be trimmed. I overfilled it here or whatever, but look how pretty. How do you get it over here? Here we go. Get this out of the way. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I know someone who's going to love this. So that was the second one, and this is the first one that I did. So kind of similar, but you can see no two butterflies are ever going to be the same, right? Similar, but not the same. Look at our butterfly, Mr. Nola. This is the one we did today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't it pretty?
Yep. Looks good.
Yeah. So I pulled it just a little soon. It's still a little pliable, but you can see right here where I used some of the snowball glitter. So there we go. Would love to see a domino mold pour. Is the domino mold a full set? The molds that we have now are double 6s, and we have double 9s on the way. Yeah, so this one will probably be put in a shadow box. I love it, though. I think it came out beautiful. All right, cool. Guys, we did a lot today. Y'all, we have been hanging out there. We have been doing a lot. We have done a lot. So, Mr. Nola does craft sometimes, but Mr. Nola loves to aggravate me when we craft. So it is a whole nother show when we craft together, and we haven't done that in a long time. So when I can get him to craft with me, we'll definitely do that again. All right. I know I did most of it all. I did it all. Yes. So we did our little Nola knob pop sockety things. The only thing we won't be able to see is our flowers. I hope they came out. If not, we'll just do it in the bigger mold, and we'll do it all over again, and it'll be another day. Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them below. Come check us out on Facebook. We have a huge, giant family over there, 40,000 people that are glitter crazed just like us. We are on Instagram. We try to post there as often as we can. I am trying to learn TikTok. That is for the birds. I mean, I got like 2 things on there, and I'm like, whatever. So I'll watch TikTok, but mostly I just like to watch. Come play with us on Facebook. Come hang out. Watch our channel. See what else we have to offer. If you've enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. Like and subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell so you can be alerted when time we go live again. We normally post it on Instagram and in our Facebook group when we're scheduled to go live. I say scheduled loosely because we don't keep a schedule around here. It's like we can do what we can when we can. But with that being said, I do try to at least do it once a week, sometimes twice a week. Sometimes we have some other things going on. So we have a bunch of things already posted. Go check them out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. It's been a great time. Hi, Hannah. Yeah, I seen Hannah's TikTok. I've been watching. Like I said, I can watch TikTok all day long. I can't post anything on there. I can't figure out how to play the music. Like all the dun 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 dun. I don't know where that's at. I tried to put that on my stuff and it doesn't work. I don't know where it's at. So I need a TikTok lesson from Hannah. So dun 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 dun. If you guys have any other questions or anything, just let me know. And hopefully we see you around soon. Are the domino molds in stock? Show sold out. We are expecting a shipment of 500 molds this week. So today is Tuesday. Hopefully by Friday we have them in hand, and everybody on the planet will get domino molds. That's the plan. Even my domino mold was a funky one, and I have not even replaced my mold yet. So hopefully I will, and maybe we'll do some mold. We'll do some dominoes. We'll make some dominoes or something on our next live. I do want to show you one thing. This was my cup that I did yesterday. So I plan on showing how I did this. This was super stupid easy, guys. But it's like really pretty. So if you think you know what this is, if you haven't been in our group and you're wondering what this is, tell me what this reminds you of and drop me a message in the comments below and tell me what you think it is. If I haven't already told you. So if you've never seen that before and you've seen it and you were like, oh, that reminds me of what? All right. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye.